What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. What we're going to do is we're going to recap 2 trades on the day, and the goal of these videos is to show you what we believe are the most significant trades or unique trades or the best trades to learn from out of the trades that we have taken on the day. Of course, we'd love to show you guys all happy-go-lucky winners, but in reality, that's just not the case with trading. So typically what we're going to try to do is show you a good winner, and then we're going to try to show you one of our losers on the day, whether it be the biggest or the most funky or the most unique loss, so that way you guys can learn from some of the unexpected events that will guaranteed occur to you if you trade in the market long enough. So what we'll do is we'll start off with our best trade on the day. And if you guys follow our morning pre-market breakdown stream that we do on YouTube, this was our main watch for the day. It was the one stock we mentioned on YouTube we would follow, and then it ended up being our big win for the day. So I ended up walking away with $500, or sorry, about $1,700 green so far. We still have $291, $300 open P&L, so that's fluctuating. We're going to keep the rest of these on for a swing trade for the time being. All right, so let's do this. Let's just put this on one full screen. Okay, I want to give you guys the full scope of what's going on here with NKLA, why we traded it. Okay. Now, I am a little bit advanced, so if you don't pick up on all the lingo in this video, I do apologize, but make sure to keep coming back to my channel and watching, because you will eventually pick up all of this and it will become second nature, and trading will become much more fun for you. So, NKLA stock over the past couple weeks skyrockets, and then it drops really big. Shouldn't we expect a bounce to happen? Of course we should. So that's really just it. That is the most simplistic view thinking about it, right? It's the concept of what goes up must come down, and what comes down must retrace back up. So what goes up must come down, and then what comes down must retrace back up, right? And that's what we're doing, all right? So really the objective was to catch this bounce today, and we did, all right? So let's put it on like a 4-hour chart now, okay? So, or actually, let's go back to the daily chart. So the daily chart level that we were trading off of was pretty much this white line, and on the 4-hour chart, it was this dotted line. So I'm going to put a level right through this dotted line there. And when we go to the intraday chart, you're going to see that pretty much as soon as we cross that level, we kind of skyrocketed. So the anticipation was not to break this level. The anticipation was we have come down so much that we are probably getting ready to bounce. And if we are getting ready to bounce and the market comes back up and starts to cross over that red dotted line, there's a good chance that we will end up seeing a breakup or a breakout. And that's what happened. Okay, so let's put the trade on. And I need to run both screens here. Okay, so you'll see where we entered and you'll see where we exited when we put all the trades on. All right, so our entry was on the absolute low in the dip here. So if you notice, the absolute low of this dip was our half standard deviation mark along with our regression trend support here. So we had sort of a double support system lining up here as the dip entry on NKLA to start the day. So we ended up getting long 500 shares at 45.40, which ends up being like right there. I'll put the red line there. So about 45.40 is our entry. Our first exit of 350 shares is at 48.70. Then we exit 25 shares at 49.44 and another 50 shares at 49.50. And now we're currently just holding the last 75 shares for a potential move higher on the stock over the next couple days. We think we could see a potential price target as high as about 57. So we're looking for about another maybe 10 points up over the next couple days on the stock. We think is very possible. All right. So the reason we got long where we got long was because there was our trending support system there. Because the stock had fallen so much over the past couple of days, we knew that it was probably getting ready to bounce. Okay. And then we just used our intraday levels of support to trigger our entry intraday. And then we used our intraday channel and then previous resistances to mark off where we would like to close. And you will notice that we did not try to trade this flag pattern here because we knew that the market has been overpriced since we broke over the price of about, what is that, like 48.50. So since we got over the price of 48.50, we knew that this was all a selling location. And you can see where my stop loss is at. Look where my stop loss is at for the day. It's all the way below this white line because I know that statistical trend is right here. So it isn't even far-fetched to see the market come all the way back down, bounce here, then hold, and then maybe come back later the other day, because that right now is our trending support. So if in the event the market actually comes all the way down here, I might average down and buy a dip and then trade this once more throughout the day. Okay, so that's our trade with NKLA. Our next trade is going to be with VBIV. So VBIV ended up being a loss, and we'll show you why. And really, it was more of a trade where like, maybe we'll do something. But you can see the loss is $128. Okay. So the reason for the loss, which you can't quite see now, but it's changed a little bit. But long story short, we had a bounce. We started to create a little bit of a flag here. Okay. This flag held support over this standard, this yellow line that you see up here. This yellow line was actually, that yellow line was actually like this earlier. So earlier we were actually bouncing off the yellow line. As we rolled over, the trend is now up here. Again, the trend of a stock consistently updates and moves throughout the day. That's why people find it so hard to trade, because you have to consistently stay on top of the ball as the trends significantly change throughout the day. So that being said, we did have sort of a flag setup that we thought might have broken out. Long story short, it didn't, and it was breaking back down below our support, so we took the loss, right? So you can see where we entered. We'd entered in this dip, right? After this dip right here, came down, held support on trend. We got long in the dip. Kind of the same concept of NKLA. We were longing off those support trends. Same thing. We were longing off the support trend with VBIV. It pushed up, it failed, and you can see on this candle, it was starting to kind of crack below that trend. So we knew that in the immediate time frame, this trade's probably not going to work. And since we cracked below that support, we were most likely not going to be onto a bullish move, at least for the time being. So we should close that trade. So we end up getting in, and then 3 minutes later, we end up getting out for a small loss of 128. Rather than holding, hoping, and praying, we just take the loss and we'll move on. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are our two trades on the day. And part of the reason you could say that VBIV trade probably didn't work is because if you look at the daily chart, the stock is overbought. The same way that NKLA was overbought in the day, this stock is overvalued until it gets back to 345 and below. So there's a good chance we might see VBIV sell off in the next couple days back down to the 344 price and below. Hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys learned something new. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're always doing recap videos, pre-market watch lists every single day, 8:30 a.m., which might change in the future, but that's okay. We're current in these videos. We're making good stuff for you. We're putting it out there. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys on the next video.